So in today's class, we'll see Snowflake internal stage. So we have seen in the last few classes about we learned what is stage and what is internal stage and what is external. External, these three clouds. Quick recap: S3, Azure, and GCP. They will act as a these clouds will act as a external staging area to Snowflake. So internal stage, the use case of the internal stage is, let's say you want to load data directly into Snowflake without help of any external cloud. Okay, in that case, internal stage is the best option for us. So here we are not using any cloud. This is like, let's say your company is not using any of the cloud. You have a data on-prem. You can just extract the data from on-prem database and you can directly load into Snowflake using via Snowflake internal stages. So the import process, if you are loading the data from internal stage, the process is we have to select a stage. So internal stage is divided again into three types. So user stage, table stage, and named stage. So this is further like internal stage. There are like three stages in internal stage, and again like we need to select a stage using the put command. We haven't seen the put command till now. Using the put command, we will load the data to one of the internal stage, and finally we'll use the copy command to copy the data from internal stages to Snowflake. Okay. Yeah. So this is the process. Again, we'll see this in detail. Uh, Yeah, user stage, this stage will like, let's say external stage, how you are representing, we are representing the symbolic, the notation is at the rate, right? So this copy at the rate my stage. What is my stage here? It is an external stage. How we are like calling this external stage with at the rate notation, right? Same way to represent other stages. So user stage, if you want to list the files in user stage or if you want to copy the data into user stage, then at the rate tilde or tilde. This is called like tilde or tilde. Yeah. And table stage at the rate percentage, named stage at the rate. Okay. Let's see, let's understand these stages in detail. What is the difference between these three stages and the use cases of the three stages? So again, to call out, to make one thing very clear, staging is just a temporary place. It doesn't make the properties of each stage is different, but if the end goal is finally to load data into Snowflake, even if you keep your external, if you use external stage or internal stage, there is no difference. Staging area is just to temporarily hold the data till you move the data into permanently into tables. So let's understand this user stage. So this is like again theoretical concept. Like I'll try to again I have to go through the each point and but I'll explain you in detail. So each user has a Snowflake stage allocated to them by default for storing files. This stage is a convenient option if your files can be accessed by a single user but need to be copied into multiple tables. Okay, let me open a paint. So how many? So internal stage, it is divided into three stages: internal stage, sorry, user stage, table stage, and named stage. Okay, we are seeing user stage. So how we are calling at the rate tilde. Okay. So here what I'm saying, each user has a Snowflake stage allocated to them by default for storing files. So external stage we are creating, right? Yeah, external stage we created explicitly, right? So yesterday we created external stage, right? How I created? So I created this external stage. So create stage, my stage, and this stage means it is like connecting to this S3 bucket. Then we use this credentials, then we connect it to this S3 bucket, and this is basically the stage, external stage. But this is the stage I created. So coming to the internal stage, we don't create user stage and named stage. So these stages will automatically get created whenever like each and every user in Snowflake, for each table we have one stage attached to the table by default. So I mean to say, I'll give you one example. don't get confused. See, create table ABC. Okay, ID. So some dummy table I'm creating, guys. Create table ABC. I'm creating this table. Okay. Whenever we created a table, right, two stages will be created by default. Okay. So that means user stage and table stage. So these two stages we don't create. Like we created for external stage, we don't create user stage and table stage. So see this list at the rate ABC. So my table name will become my stage name. Sorry, at the rate percentage. Then what this is, or like first let's try at the rate tilde. So you can see it is not giving any error. But if I add one more letter, it will give error. Okay, it's not giving. Okay, it is taking as a substage, guys. 1 second. So the basically like what this is doing is this will act as a user stage. So one thing to remember, don't get confused under user stage and table stage we don't create. Okay, these two stages we don't create. Whenever we create a table, these tables will automatically get created in the backend. So the limitations of the user stage here is each user has a Snowflake stage allocated to them. Multiple users required access constraints. If you accessed by a single user but need to be copied into multiple tables. Yeah, the major limitations of this stage is only the single user, only one person can access like uh, only one user can access the data inside this stage. So what does that mean? So like let's say Vamshi, Arun, and we all like working on the same team. Let's say like I uploaded one file into this stage, user stage. So we have like sales.csv file. I loaded that file into this user stage. Okay. So user stage, this acts like a private folder to me. That means only I can access. So in Office, we have the network drives and personal drives, right? Personal drives is like, let's say D drive and all. Network drives, your entire team has access to that particular drive. Same way in Snowflake, user stage will act as a your personal drive. That means whenever I load this file sales CSV into this my user stage, let's say we have a table ABC. I just created this table ABC, right? That means once I created this table ABC, there is a stage created for the table user stage. Only I can access. Like let's say I uploaded this file, but I forget to run the copy command and I didn't copy the data into Snowflake. Okay. In that case, what will happen is once I cannot call any of you and ask you to load this data into table because only I have access. In the same way, for your login, you will also have a access to this user stage. If you upload any of these files into that stage, only you can see. I cannot access. That means only one user can access the data, but here we can copy the data into multiple tables from this stage. So from this stage, we can copy the data into multiple tables. That is possible. So this is about user stage, the use case, guys. So we don't use this stage very much in real time, but this will like, let's say if you are working on any confidential project, the use case is I don't want to expose the data to any of the team member because this is some confidential project. Okay, the data is little confidential. In that case, I can load this data into user stage and I can finally copy the data into table and top. Okay, that's the use case for user stage. If you want to keep your data private, then if you keep in user stage, only you can access. No other person can access the data. Okay. The next type of a stage we have is table stage. So we will represent this stage with at the rate percentage. So to give you a quick example, I'll go to here and I'll say list at the rate percentage, the table name. So you can see it is not like, let me add one more character now. So it says we got error because there is no table AB2. So the moment if you see these symbols, right, you need to understand what kind of stage it is. So at the rate percentage table stage, at the rate tilde user stage. Again, what will be your stage name? Your table name will become your stage name. Okay, I never use the user stage, but table stage and name stage, these two are most widely used stages in real time, apart from XML. Okay, let's understand table stage. Each table has a Snowflake stage allocated to it by default for storing files. So that means we are not even creating this stage again. So this stage will automatically get created, or like each and every table will have a stage allocated to them by default. Okay, this too we don't create. Let's understand this one. Hmm. Each table, yeah, the stage is a convenient option if your files need to be accessed for multiple users and only need to be copied into single table. So let's say we have a table. So the constraints of this particular stage is, so here multiple people can access the data inside this stage. Multiple people or multiple users can access the data inside this stage. That means if I upload the sales CSV into this stage, we all like if you all working on the, if you like let's say we have one table, the table name is sales. So if we all have access to the table, that means we'll have access to the stage as well. So if I upload any of the if this files into this stage, you all can see it. So if you use like list the table name, you can find that my file and you can read that data inside my file under. So here multiple users can access the data inside this particular stage. But the constraint is we can copy this data into only one table, not into multiple tables. That means if I loaded these files into this stage, I cannot copy the data into multiple tables. That is not possible. So here the use case is like, let's say in Snowflake, you will be having like many tables, right? So like let's say I'm extracting the data from Salesforce. So all accounts info and that file or like sales file that needs to be loaded into only one table, not into multiple tables. In that case, the best thing we can do is we have to load the data into table stage and we have to copy the data into this particular table. Okay, so here like multiple people can access the data, but only we can copy data into one table. That is the constraint. Finally, we have you named stage. So this is something like Excel stage. We need to create it. Okay, it goes with at the rate, same as your Excel stage. We will represent with at the rate notation. But here, this is a database object. The first thing is it's a DB object, or we can say it's an object. What is object? Your table, schema, anything you create, file format, all these are objects. Okay, object means we'll have a properties that, right? So internal stages are named database objects that provide greatest degree of flexibility for data loading because these are database objects. The security access rules that apply to all objects apply. So this is a database object. Okay, so if it is an object, we have more control. That means I can define who can access, who cannot access, who can do what operation. I can define a permissions on this stage because this is an object. These two are not objects, right? Because these two are, I'm not creating these two. Whenever I'm creating a table, these are getting created. I cannot change the property of this because the property of what is the property of user stage? Only one person whoever uploads the data into this, they can see. That is the property of this stage. Table stage, I can copy into multiple users can access, but we can copy data into only one table. Named stage, as this is an object. That means I need to create this object. Okay, I need to create this object. So users with appropriate privileges on this stage can load data into any table. So multiple users can access the data inside this stage. Okay, multiple users can access, but also uh, we can copy data into multiple tables. Okay, we have more control on this. So more control. I'll this control, right? I'll cover in the during the admin part, not now. So how to revoke permissions, how to grant permissions. We'll see all these concepts in admin class. Okay, to summarize, user stage and table stage we are not creating. This goes with at the rate tilde, at the rate percentage, at the rate. Okay, this acts as an object. That means we need to create this stage. This won't create by default. This just like these 2 points you need to remember for each and every stage. User stage only one person can access, but we can copy the data into multiple tables. Whereas here, multiple users can access, but we can copy the data into only into one table. Object, this is something we need to create, name it stage object. Multiple users can access, we can copy data into multiple tables. We have more control over it. Okay, let's see. Now I'll create each of this stage and I'll show you like how we can load data into internal stages and all. So again, what are the last quick recap of the last session? We have seen the list command. So list command, we'll use the list command to list the files in stage. And we have seen what is file format. We have seen what is copy command. Okay. So in today's session, this session is about internal stages. So let's first start with table stage. So how we will represent table stage at the rate percentage. Okay. So what is the table each? Okay, I'll copy the text, whatever is stage. So this point, you must specify the file format and copy options as a part of copy into command. So if you have existing file format, you cannot use it on the table stage. We need to, uh, so here what we did here is we created one file format. Where is this file format? Here we use something like this, right? Format name is equal to CSV format. So we cannot do the same thing which we did for Excel stage for table stage. Here it is little different. So first of all, let me create a table. So again, I'll take the same example. Means I'll take the same table instead of wasting time. I'm creating this stage users. Maybe I'll just put it like underscore TBL stage. The table name is maybe it's long name. I'll say like users maybe TBL. Okay. I need to select a database. Okay, table got created successfully. Now, so I'll show you like hope you all installed this NoSQL tool. So if you don't have access or like if you're not using your personal system, that is okay because if you from concept wise, it is almost similar to external stage. So, but I'll show you one more command. It's called put command. So in order to after installing the tool, you need to run the command prompt as admin. Then you need to type snowsql hyphen a space, and you need to give the account number. So see, I'm copying from AP South 1 to account number. SnowSQL hyphen a hyphen u, and the username I need to give. Okay, so I'll copy this. It's a SNOW SnowSQL. So Snowflake SQL is not. It's not like any SQL. SnowSQL means it's just the tool name. snowsql -a and -u username and give the semicolon. Okay, sorry, here it's no need of semicolon. While executing the statements, we need semicolon. Then you will get this screen, no database, no schema. Then you need to, same like our Microsoft or Oracle, you need to say use database and demo because this is the database we are working. So here you will simply select. So when you are selecting the database and all here, in the backend it will execute these commands, use database. So if you want to use a different role, use role. What is the role name? Okay, now I created this table. How will represent the table stage at the rate percentage? So then I have to load the data, some data. So I have this data files. So like let's say let's load this users data file into internal stage, internal table stage. So for this we'll use one. We'll see new command today, put command. So this put command will only work on SnowSQL, not on the web UI. So this is put file. That means upload this file. What is the destination? I need to give the destination name. So here, what is my destination? My destination is users underscore table. So how I will represent? So what exactly that I want to load the data into table stage. So at the rate percentage and the particular stage name. This is my stage name, right? If you see here, whenever I create a table, two stages are automatically got created, user stage and table stage. Now I'm trying to load the data into from my D drive. I want to load the data into this particular stage. For this, I'm using the SnowSQL tool. Logged in. So after that, this is the statement, and you need to give hit enter, and it will ask password. Then this is the screen. So this is my destination at the rate percentage. So if I run this here, it won't work because the command is not supported from the UI. So for that reason, I'm executing here. I'm giving semicolon at the end. So you can see this message. Source target. The file got successfully got uploaded. So now let's list this particular table. Users table stage at the rate percentage, and you can see this file. Okay. So I have the data got uploaded into this stage. Now, similar to the last class example, we'll use copy command. So copy into what is the table I want to copy the data. I want to copy the data into table. See guys, these two are different things. I'm copying the data into table stage here. Here I'm copying the data into actual table. So from where I want to copy from, I want to copy the data from this same stage, right? Because my data is sitting in the table stage at the rate percentage. So guys, in the previous class we have seen we have the existing file format. We call that file format from here. But table stage it won't support using the already existing file formats. You need to create file format like this during runtime. Type is equal to CSV. So you are basically passing this into parameters to this copy command. So type is equal to CSV, skip header is equal to 1. So you can see the data got loaded. Now if I query the table, I'll see the data. Okay, you can see the data got loaded into table. Let me create to show you the constraints of this particular stage. I'm adding two user table 2 I'm creating. So what is the constraint of table stage? I can copy data into only one table, not into multiple tables. Let's test this constraint if it is real or not. So now I have created a new table. So here it is users table. Here now it is users table 2. Then again I'll use the same copy command, copy into users table 2 from same stage. So it will give me error because I can data copy the data into only one table, not into multiple tables. Okay, so let me truncate the table. So here we have 1,000 rows in this table. I'm deleting. So again, I'll run the same copy command. So you can see the data. Yes, we can reload the data. Okay, so this is about table stage. Now I don't want that file on my stage because it is so we have one copy of data on table. We have another copy of data in stage. It is like, see, this file is sitting in the stage, and again, if I copy the data into table, the data is got duplicated, right? Duplicated in the sense I have one copy of data here in the stage, and also I have another copy of data on my table. Now the use case is done, right? I extracted the data from Salesforce. Then like let's say I uploaded into this stage. Now I copied the data into table. In my table, I have the data is permanently saved. Why I need file here? So then I can use this command called remove. Remove at the rate percentage, and you need to give the stage name. Just run like this. File got removed. That means if I run this list command again, 0 files will be shown. Remove or rm will also work. Rm at the rate percentage users table. So this is how we'll delete the files from stage. Now let's see the named stage. Sorry, I'm confused. So this is a database object. That means I need to create this explicitly. Create stage. So the stage name is named stage example. Okay. So I have to create this stage. I created. Okay. Now if I say list at the rate, then I don't get any files. Then I'll come here. So I'll change at the destination. So what is our named stage? At the rate named stage, or like the name is what, named stage exm. So simply I'll hit enter. The file will be uploaded into this particular stage. Then I'll come here. Again, I'll run the list command. Now you can see the file. Okay. So copy command wise, it's same. So see, nothing is gonna change here. Only the limitations you are learning. That's it. So copy into the table. What is my table? So like let's say now let's create another table. Users table 3 here. Users table 3. Then list I have this. So again I'll copy this copy command again. I'll come here. Sorry, it is already there. So what is the table I want to copy? This is my destination. What is my source? My source is named stage, right? I'll take this named stage, and again here if you have existing file format, you can give the file format name. Okay, it is saying it is not authorized. Copy into users table 3. Maybe I didn't create this table. Let's see. So demo public named stage example. So there should be like some. Okay, if you see at the rate percentage is the wrong, right? I need to remove the percentage. So now the data got loaded. That means if I query this table, I should see the data now. So 1000 rows. Let's create one more table just to check the constraints. I'm creating one more table. So I'm adding 4 over here. 4. Now instead of 3, I'll give 4 and I'll run the copy. It will load. So the constraint here is I can load data into multiple tables. Multiple users also can access the data. Understand? So this is about named stage. Named stage, we have to create it. And the last example, user stage. So this is like least used stage in real time. So we'll call it like at the rate tilde. So again, I have to create a table. Maybe this time I'll just create the fifth table. That means the stage will automatically got created list at the rate tilde. And I need to add the forward slash only for this stage. So you can see there are no files. So I'll copy this. I'll come over here. So again, I'll change my destination. So I have two at the rate. Let me remove this. Yeah, data got uploaded. Now if I run the list command, I should see the file. Now the copy command is again same. Okay. Now from here, I can load data into multiple tables. Let's load the data into table 4. We can load data into multiple tables from user stage. Only from, let's change it to 4. Let's run this. So it's loaded. So that's about Snowflake internal stage, guys. So if your data is on the stage, then there is some storage cost. There is a separate storage cost for the data inside in the table, and there is a separate storage cost for the data inside the stage. So if your data is in external stage, Snowflake won't charge you because the data is in AWS. AWS will charge you, not Snowflake. Here, whenever you upload the data into Snowflake internal stage, again in the backend, you are using the Snowflake internal cloud storage. So that's why they'll charge you for internal stages. So that's about user stages, guys.